Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into a pretty wild topic today, the reality of passive cash. We're breaking down a fascinating recent article from Monetize Future that makes a really aggressive claim. They're saying you can literally escape the standard 9-to-5 grind just by setting up some very specific, low-effort income streams. Basically, we're looking at exactly how this author claims you can build an absolute empire right from your couch.
Okay, let's dive into this. You know what's better than working hard for money? Not working hard for money. I mean, that quote perfectly nails the author's entire philosophy. They're arguing that in our digital age, being lazy isn't some bad character trait anymore. It's actually a calculated business strategy. The whole premise here is that while the rest of us are, grinding away at our desks, a whole other group of people has figured out how to make cash while watching Netflix or literally sleeping. It is a super bold stance positioning minimal effort as the ultimate financial goal.
To see how they build this case, we're going to hit 5 key areas. Number 1, the time for money trap. 2, maximum lazy instant apps. 3, automated digital income. 4, stacking passive streams. And finally, laziness as business strategy.
All right, jumping right into part 1, the time for money trap and escaping the grind. The source really hammers home this idea that traditional employment is just an outdated trap.
We've all heard the traditional career advice, right? Put your head down, work harder, climb that corporate ladder. While the source completely flips that script with what they call the lazy earner advice. They argue that effort itself is, frankly, totally overrated. So instead of trading your hours for dollars, they say you should create an asset just once, automate it, and then get paid forever. It's a total rejection of the normal 9-to-5, built on the idea that true wealth means completely separating your time from your paycheck. And that brings us directly to their definition of lazy income. It's revenue generated efficiently by creating an asset once and then getting paid continuously. The absolute top priority here? Maximum freedom over effort. See, they clarify this isn't about just being unmotivated, it's about being hyper-efficient. It's about building automated systems to do all the heavy lifting for you, so you can actually enjoy your life instead of just clocking in for a boss.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 2, Maximum Lazy, focusing on instant apps. This is the absolute lowest effort tier in their strategy. So, the maximum lazy tier is all about methods that take almost zero daily effort once they're running. Think about cashback apps. The article claims you can pull in $20 to $100 a month with maybe 30 minutes of setup. Then you've got survey apps pulling in $50 to $200 a month for a 15-minute setup, and high-yield savings accounts. They list those at a potential $100 to $500 a month for just 1 hour of initial work. Now, they aren't pitching these as millionaire makers, but rather as the absolute easiest starting points to start grabbing some free cash.
For example, the article tells the story about a college student named Sarah. They claim she brought in over $2,400 in 2 years just by installing 3 cashback apps. But the really important part here? She made 0 lifestyle changes. No second job, no giving up her weekends. She literally just routed her normal, everyday grocery runs and shopping through an app. It's meant to prove their point that passive cash can start effortlessly just by tweaking your everyday habits.
All right, let's pivot to Section 3, automated digital income. Cashback apps are great for groceries, but the source claims these next digital systems are what actually replace a full-time salary. And this brilliantly illustrates their approach to affiliate marketing. They break down what they call a mega-link system into 4 ridiculously simple steps. Step 1, you get a link. Step 2, you share it anywhere you want, social media, text messages, forums, whatever. Step 3, the company handles literally everything else. The emails, the sales, the customer service, and step 4, you get paid. They claim you don't even need a website or really any technical skills at all to get this off the ground.
$217. Now, we're just impartially reporting their numbers here, but the author claims they made exactly this much in just 3 days purely by testing that mega-link system on their personal Facebook profile. Whether you buy into it or not, it definitely highlights the insanely rapid turnaround time they're associating with these automated links.
But wait, there's a lot more than just sharing links. They list out all these other hands-off digital methods. Things like AI cash machines, which are basically faceless businesses where artificial intelligence is doing the actual work. Then there's social paid and chat jobs for purely text-based remote work. No awkward job interviews required. And then we get into the higher yield stuff, like YouTube automation, where you never even show your face on camera. Or drop servicing, where you sell a service, but a different freelancer does the work.
For those last two, they're claiming earning potentials in the thousands of dollars every single month.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. As the author shifts from that maximum lazy tier up to what they call pretty lazy or somewhat lazy, the earning potential shoots way up. We're talking a max of $3,000 a month for drop servicing and up to $5,000 a month for affiliate marketing and YouTube automation. Now, they are completely upfront that these take more setup time, maybe 20 to 40 hours at the start. But their argument is that the massive long-term passive payoff totally makes up for that initial upfront grind.
Okay, moving right along to Section 4, Stacking Passive Streams. This right here is what the author considers the secret sauce to actually building wealth from home.
So the source strongly advises against just relying on one single magical money-making method. Instead, they push a strategy called income stacking. Basically, this is setting up multiple low-effort income streams that run at the exact same time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's like building a totally diversified portfolio, but for passive revenue. Imagine having dividend stocks, those cashback apps we talked about, and an automated YouTube channel all generating cash at the exact same time, stacking up your total monthly income.
So the crucial point is summarized perfectly by the author right here. Time is finite, but passive income is infinite. I mean, it's a solid point. You physically only have so many hours in a day that you can work. But if you have properly stacked automated systems, those things are out there earning ad revenue, selling t-shirts, and snagging commissions at 3 a.m. while you are fast asleep.
And that brings us to our final section today, laziness as business strategy. Let's pull all this together and look at the ultimate takeaway here.
The article's core arguments really boil down to these 4 ideas. First, if your systems are built right, less effort literally equals more profit. Second, maximum personal freedom is the real goal, not climbing some corporate ladder. Third, and I love the way they frame this math, spending 5 hours a week building a system for yourself is vastly superior to spending 40 hours a week making your boss rich. And finally, their big actionable advice. Start with the easiest stuff, automate it, and then just keep stacking more streams as the cash starts coming in. Which circles us right back to their boldest claim. Being lazy isn't a character flaw, it's a business strategy. The author doesn't back down from this at all. They're basically saying that avoiding hard labor is the actual hallmark of a financially smart person today. As we've seen, they lay out this whole blueprint of apps, links, and automated systems to back that up. Ultimately, though, it's completely up to you to weigh if treating laziness like a virtue is a legitimate path to building a couch-based empire.
And so we're left with this final, incredibly provocative question straight from the source. Will you keep trading your finite time for money? Or is it time to build your couch-based empire? Look, whether you see these methods as the modern gold rush or you're viewing them with a huge dose of skepticism, the reality of passive cash is definitely making people rethink what their time is actually worth. Thanks for hanging out with me for today's Explainer, focused learners. Keep questioning the systems around you, and as always, keep learning. Catch you next time.